to remember.
I think I'm ready. Okay.
Who wouldn't like me?
I'm Corrie, and I work with Positive Approach. I wear a lot of different hats, but today it is as a technology trainer. And so what I would like to do is go around the room with you guys and just briefly tell me something about Zoom that you find challenging. And we're going to go ahead and work on recording videos and how to share those, but I'd like to kind of know what your, that would be great. I'd like to just kind of get your first sort of instinct about working with Zoom, because that also helps me not only in this training, but it helps me think about some other areas that may be challenging so that we can build some more courses around it for people to have as a resource, maybe on a recorded webinar. So, Lynn, can we start with you?
Yeah, I love Zoom. I am having difficulty sending the recording and then finding a recording.
So sending a recording,
That's
finding
the two things I have trouble with. Everything else I love it.
finding the recording as far as where the files are.
Yeah, we how to find it.
Right.
My learners are having trouble, I guess, maybe sending it to me.
So you are also wanting to know so that you can share that with your learners.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Charlie.
I really like Zoom too, and I really had trouble sending Zoom recording, and the same thing, I couldn't find it where it was, and then it didn't send properly. I finally figured out how to do it once. I don't quite know what I did, so I have to keep repeating that.
Okay. So you figured it out, and you shared it on YouTube.
YouTube.
But you would like to get more familiar so you can do it again.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, great. Mary.
Same issues. Amanda explained it to me about where to find it, because I kept trying to find it on Zoom. It automatically put it somewhere, and I still would like more information about that. But sending it seems to be connected to the size of it. I don't.
Mine just doesn't says it doesn't convert it, or I lose it.
Okay. And then I love Zoom as a tool, but I have a lot of trouble most of the time. I have to listen because the video part freezes up. And that's
So,
very.
Mary, you've brought up several important issues. One being that it slows down or it stops with your audio and video. Or
No, the audio seems to go fine.
Just
So a
fine.
lot of times I'll just turn off the video. And I hate that because I like the video piece of it.
So that's an issue that is separate from Zoom, and I'll explain that one. The other issue of where to find your files is also a little separate from Zoom. So we can capture that information by showing you guys the difference between what Zoom holds and the components and what other pieces are brought into it. And that's a pretty quick relationship that I'll share with you in just a second. Mary.
I think Zoom is awesome as well. However, I participate in a lot of Zoom calls. I do not initiate, so I'd like to just know the basic initiating of a Zoom call. Sending out the,
Hosting.
yeah, being a host of
Okay,
one.
great. Amanda. You have something you want to add?
30 seconds.
Not on this roll. I'll give it up.
I don't have trouble finding, sending, recording, but helping. I'd like to see how you go through what Zoom holds versus other pieces, so I can help other people
Okay.
with that, so there's a better understanding.
Okay.
And the hosting piece is something that a lot of people have asked me about as well. So it would be nice to see how you kind of walk them through that for the first time.
Okay, great. So, what I'd like to do for the sake of time today, and this is a little backwards, is really focus on this finding your file and sending it or sharing it with someone. does everybody have Zoom installed on your computer
Yep.
as a separate
Mm-hmm.
application? Okay, great. So if you'll open that, just in preparation, if you're on a Mac, it's gonna look like this. I think yours is pretty similar. Back to what I was saying about these other pieces. I may schedule some time with you to get a little more information, and what I'd like to do is build a webinar recording so that we can make it available to you guys, but you can also make it available to your learners. So that's a big takeaway from me, but we'll focus on this. So you've got Zoom open, and I'll just run through sort of the components real quick. If you're wanting to initiate a meeting, you can open Zoom, click on this, and it opens up a menu for you to schedule your meeting. It's pretty basic. Just take a look. What other options do you see here?
Start with videos, start without it, and then you're asking others to join, I guess.
And this is something that you would use immediately versus scheduling. So you can do everything that you want to do from this piece right here. Take a look at your settings.
Go into the site.
Go into your settings and just take a minute and look around.
Okay, connect.
You may not be on Wi-Fi. Mary, do you want to
You
sit
wanna come
at my computer?
Online?
Or you
Well,
can-
I'd love to be able to connect. Can I do a hotspot?
If you want to, Mary, you can sit at my
See
computer.
Lynn.
And Mary, come sit at my computer.
Yes, ma'am.
That way, you can click around. It'll help me, but it'll also get you hands-on working with what you want. Okay.
Excuse me, go back to your audio.
Let's explore right now, Mary, on your own. Just take a minute.
I want to compare how yours
You
was
wanna
different from this.
Explore your own and just take a look at the tabs, and then we can talk about it a little bit. Does everybody see how you can maneuver between the tabs?
I just need that. I can put my picture in and
So you've played around with this piece a little bit. Lynn and Charlene. Lynn and Charlene,
Yes,
ma'am. Have you looked around in this area before
Yes.
today?
No, I didn't when Lauren was having trouble today.
So that's the first time you've really explored that. Mary Donnelly, how about you?
Question again?
Have you explored in the settings area before?
I've never been in the cities.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you see in relation, to be more specific, in relation to the sending and finding?
There's a tab called Record, and it says Store My Recordings At. So would that answer a lot of,
I just found it.
Does it answer it?
does to me.
So you could put anything in there, and that's where they put it.
Yes.
And that's where we go.
Yes. So you can assign a file. I mean, go ahead and click on it. If you're
File
connected, go ahead and click on it. You can make a file that's where you know where it is.
Well, would it go in our documents? Could it go in the document?
If that's where you want it. You can put it anywhere on your computer you want.
Does it take up space that I should know about, or do you?
Yes, it will take up a lot of
Yeah.
space.
videos.
And so. would
So
that be-
let me pause for just a moment because now we're crossing over into two areas.
Okay.
Open your, I believe it's Windows Explorer, where you see all of your files and folders.
Okay.
Is that confusing? You point pointed out that I said file and you said folder.
I'm asking, would you specify a folder that you want it to go into, or do you create a file? Because those are two separate things.
So what does file mean
The
for you?
file, for me, is the recording that's going into the folder that I would need to create.
Okay.
So that's where it's a little, the wording, I just wanted to make sure I was clear that
Yes.
it goes into a specific folder that I choose, but this is a specific file that's gonna go in there.
Yes. I needed the language clarification because I know what I mean in my head, but I see how it's confusing, so that's great. So Windows Explorer, where you see your folders, yes?
Yep.
Mary, can you pull up on your Finder? And Mary Donnelly, do you know how to get into your
I
Finder?
do, but now for some reason I'm stuck. Look. It's not responding.
Your Finder is not responding.
Finder's working, but I can't get out of this.
Oh, I was trying to send it, just I had trouble finding. I found the recording, and then we filtered it in. I was having trouble sending.
You can close that. Okay, so you guys, what is your Finder? What is your Explorer? Does everybody understand what this function is? It's they're the same but different. Phrase I think we're all
You mean-
familiar with.
You mean what we're in right now?
What you're in on your computer. For the Mac people, it's going to be Finder.
Yeah, we know how to get there.
Okay. Do you see the similarities of what we're looking at here and what you're looking at there?
Yeah, I think so. Right here.
So what is this used for?
Savings.
Saving stuff. what kind of stuff are you saving there, Lynn?
Documents and
Amanda said
videos.
it just a minute ago.
What?
Yes, documents and videos, your files.
Yeah.
So everything you do on your computer, when you save it, you're saving it into a
File, and then folder.
file and or a folder,
Yeah.
if that's how you have it organized. So Zoom does the same thing. Every time you make a recording, it's saving it to a file that you can put in a folder. Right. So somewhere on your laptop, make up a new folder.
So do I go into documents or downloads or pictures to do that? Or desktop?
Where are you the most comfortable finding the documents that you need?
Documents.
Yes, so I would go in documents and just make a new folder and name it something that you're comfortable with.
But did you go find one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, your Zoom folder.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, got one.
Okay. So now,
Sorry, I was just impressed.
tell me something about the relationship between your Explorer or my Finder and Zoom.
The relationship between all three.
No, just between what you have on your computer and Zoom. Where for Mary and Mary, it's going to be the relationship between Finder and Zoom. How do they talk to each other? Why do they talk to each other?
I don't know how they talk to each other, I just assume they are. 'Cause you told me they were.
Okay. Maybe I'm not using the right word. They have a relationship. We just talked about when you create something on your computer, what do Right. So if you've saved a recording somewhere in Zoom,
Yeah.
how are you gonna find it when you wanna share it with somebody?
Go to my documents. Oh, I didn't understand the question.
Yes, it's a hard one, because I said
I
talk to
didn't
each
either.
other, and they speak computer language that none of us understand even.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah,
You see the connection?
well, yeah.
So, to answer Mary's question from earlier, Zoom doesn't hold the file. Zoom converts it and puts it in a safe place where all your other files
On the computer.
are. On the computer.
But we, because of under settings and this record tab, we can set where we want that
Yes.
location to be.
Yes.
That's a big,
Yeah. Yes, there.
How important is it then to create a file name, or does Zoom do that for you?
You can create a name. In my opinion, it's whatever is going to be the easiest for you to remember.
So-
We all have our organizational preferences.
What's Zoom's automatic saving?
Their automatic saving is under My Documents, Zoom,
but it'll
And
be
then
a series of numbers though. is
the
that-
series of
Is that it
numbers.
right there, is that?
Yes, and click right there, don't click. Put your cursor right there till that pops up again. This is the automatic folder name. It gives you the date, 2016, May 17th. This is some sort of time recording. I think it must be military time. Totally guessing here. Online support series. That's what I named that meeting. When I set up that invitation to everybody.
Oh, so it
So it
captures
pulls all
that
that.
and pulls it down.
Yes.
Okay.
And then click on it one time. And then you look up here and you've got just the audio file. If you only want to share the audio with somebody, you can use that. This is a text file that records all of the text messages that may have been typed. So for the DAI webinar that we did, there was a lot of messaging going on because people were having troubles. Right. And then you can see all those. Can you close that or highlight over here? Oh, back over here? Sorry. Actually, if you'll just click once right there. This is your video file. And I think that it always saves it as Zoom_0.mp4. For you, Lynn, let me take a look and see what. Is this the new folder that you created?
No, I just went and looked to see if there's anything on there that was from Zoom that I didn't see. No.
Oh, did you change this also? No.
Okay.
I don't want to
Do you want me
get.
to try this? Do you want me to try to search with the, see if it Zoom will come up anywhere else?
Yes, it should be. It says it's where it is, but it's not.
It's put it in here in mine, Corey.
Here we go.
Yeah, it sometimes puts them in weird places if you didn't change the settings, which I didn't do.
I didn't change, but
Mine
it's
just put
under
it right in.
meetings. If I go under meetings, it says upcoming and then recorded, and then it has all the list of my recorded ones. Do you have like that?
Can
in
you
yours?
click on them though? Because when I did that, I couldn't click on it to get to the file. So just see if it allows you. So it depends on what.
Are those your past meetings?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Okay.
recorded
the
ones.
recorded ones.
But for me, it wouldn't take me right to the file. So I had to find it in my computer. Does yours pull it up?
Let's go.
Shannon?
So this looks
Nice.
like one that you recorded
So it
on.
goes right there, but then I was having trouble
Six,
transferring.
right, because it's not really there, it's in one of those in my documents or whatever. So we've got to find out where is it saving it. So it's in users, CP1, OneDrive, documents.
So,
Oh, it's gone
Do you
to
see where it's
OneDrive,
put in
download
there?
I see.
So that's where you've got to actually attach it
Walk
from, because it's
through.
not
So they
actually in
did
Zoom.
it did
And
say.
so there's no way for you
It
to
just-
upload it or attach it.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
It's
now
because
it's
it's on
finding
your
out somewhere
computer,
on
so it's
that
in your
folder.
computer,
Yes.
under
Yes.
that file.
Right.
So you'll always be able to
gotcha.
find
So
it
you
and
can
just
look
know
for it.
that.
That
But what
would
I'm
be
gonna
helpful
do,
for
Lynn,
you
is
right now to know
we'll
where
make a
to
quick
put it.
recording
So that's what I would suggest.
so that we can go through that process.
Okay.
So you can close Finder. So I've got my default folder set up here so that I always know where those meetings are gonna go. So let's close out of the settings.
Is out of this recording?
Yes. So Mary, if you will click on join, what I'm gonna do is have Mary open up the meeting. And I'm gonna get you guys to join it. Well, I can't, yeah, I can, I'll make none of those switch. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong instructions. Can you close that up? Lynn, why don't you start a meeting?
Okay.
And give us the ID number so we can log on to it.
Make it at 1 because I can't do half hours on this thing.
Yeah, if you go to the,
So you don't need to schedule a meeting, we're gonna do an immediate,
Oh, okay.
and that way we can just log right into it. That we can